Hi everyone, this is Kay from Asian Boss. We hope that you've been safe and protecting yourself from COVID-19. In South Korea, it's mandatory for anyone who's come from overseas to self-quarantine for 14 days. Two members from Asian Boss community, Tina and June, have recently flown into South Korea and are in self-quarantine themselves. So we decided to hop on a call to see what it's like for them. Let's find out what they have to say. Hey guys, it's been a long time. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Good, good, doing well. How are you, June?
Doing well here as well.
So, for the viewers, can you explain your current situation?
I flew out of JFK, New York to Korea about a week ago, and I'm doing my self quarantine for the next 7 more days.
I just flew in from Tokyo, Japan, and I was being quarantined in Japan for 14 days before this, and it's my 12th day now here in Seoul.
What happened when you just landed here in Korea at the airport? Is is it like a typical normal airport process that you go through, or was it quite different?
Right after we took our temperature at the quarantine section after arrival, we went through a lot of paperwork process than usual. So there were a lot of agreements that we had to sign, other paperworks that we had to fill in our residential addresses in minute detail. And we also had to download an app on site at the airport where they checked whether our phone numbers worked.
Do you need to do something with the app, or how does it work?
You are mandated to check in on your app twice a day, once at 9:30 and again at 2:30 p.m. And on the app looks something like this.
Hmm.
And in the middle, it says self-diagnose. And once I click the self-diagnose button, it has 4 questions and an additional section. The
Hmm.
first section is, do you have any fever or do you feel any warm? And it says next to fever, 37.5 Celsius, which is the fever limit for coronavirus. And even if you say no, you have to write down your temperature. And then you have to say whether or not you have a cough. Do you have any throat pains? Do you have any problems with breathing?
And also on the app, if I'm feeling any of the symptoms or conditions that I'm not doing too well, then I can actually click on the bottom button, which is just to call 1339 to actually report my condition to the Public Health Service Center.
So we're not allowed to go anywhere within our radius of the designated residential area that we put down on the app. And once we go outside that area, there will be an alarm system that goes off and a tracker on the phone that will notify the police where you are so that they can take you back home or to jail.
So, can you cheat the system by you not bringing your phone outside, for example? You just leave it there?
Well, you technically could cheat the system by leaving your phone indoors and going outside, but the atmosphere around the public is very, very scary. If my neighbors saw me going outside, or even my security officer, like they would report me to the police, and I would have to pay $10,000 in US.
There's a lot of security footage cameras all over. So if I leave my phone and just get out, even just to take a quick run, I would get notified pretty quickly. I've heard a lot of stories and articles recently where a foreign student who just came into Korea and was under quarantine, but he had to buy some groceries. So he went out for 12 minutes just to get his main groceries at a nearby convenience store, and he was captured in 12 minutes and he was outside by local police. And it was reported by the people nearby. And so I think there's a lot of privacy issue.
So, they check really thoroughly then. That's crazy. So, Tina, you came from the States, and June, you were spending a lot of time in the States too. And I know that in the US, privacy is a big thing. What do you think about the app like tracking your every move?
Obviously, under normal circumstances, this is a huge breach of the First Amendment. But this is a once in a generation pandemic, and a lot of lives are being affected by it. So, a personal sacrifice for the greater good, I don't mind it personally, but it is very cumbersome and difficult and hard for a lot of people.
So for the app, I think it's quite a breach of privacy since there were no agreements that we had to click on regarding the private policies that they had to go through. And as you can see on the cell phone, it's always tracking my status 24/7. And I don't know the consequences after I uninstall the app or how my information will be used. But I know that for the sake of other people and for the community, I think it pays off to, really report my status.
So do you think it's more important to protect public health rather than privacy?
I think there should be a balance and both should be prioritized, but in some ways one have to be sacrificed a little bit to really prioritize public health at the moment.
I would choose my health and the health of my family and those who are immunocompromised over, sacrificing 14 days of my life for the better good. But I definitely do have friends in the States who don't really believe that and think that this is a direct breach of their First Amendment, and that they should be able to, if they're healthy and young and able to deal with the virus, they should be able to do what they want to do, which is also, their opinions too.
So there's been people who are breaking the quarantine and going out. For those people, do you think they should get punished?
Yes, they should be punished because they are not being cautious and they're endangering the lives of many other people. It's no different than reckless driving, in my opinion, being under the influence or like a DUI. So I do think that they should be penalized for their actions.
Yeah, I think it's a great incentive because it's not a minor punishment and it's quite heavy. And so that would really incentivize people to stay at home and be really careful about who you're interacting with.
So how do you get basic needs?
I get them usually through online shopping or the government given essential foods and the cleaning supplies.
Could you show me?
Of course. It's right here. I haven't opened it yet because it just came. It's a big shiny box.
Right. Well, can you? Yeah. What's inside? Just want to have a look. Could you show us?
I haven't opened it yet, so this is an unboxing video.
Sure.
So we have Kleenex. We have beloved Shin Ramen.
Oh, get some ramen. Okay.
And we have salted seaweed. We have this beef soup. And we have big bag of rice. And we have instant rice.
So for my part, I got the food package just like Tina did. And in addition, I also received a very cute thermometer for my daily temperature checks. They also gave us a specialized trash bag that has a biohazard sign where we have to keep all our trash. So we have to keep all our trash in this biohazard signed bag. And after the 2 weeks is over, we put it outside and we have to call the trash center that's funded by the local government, who will come and actually take all my trash away.
So what's the most difficult part about being quarantined?
I would definitely say that the most difficult part is not being able to interact with my family, who I haven't seen in such a long time, especially when graduation's canceled. And I was really looking forward to it my entire life. And so were my parents. And it's really sad that I wasn't able to experienced that. A lot of people look back on graduation week as one of their funnest and one of their most memorable weekends that they can spend for the last time with their friends that are going to be scattered all across the world, if not, or all across the nation, if not the world. So that was very, very sad for me, not being able to spend my final moments as a senior in college.
So for me, I've been working for a couple startups here in Asia and in the States. And for us, working remotely or doing video conferencing calls wasn't much of a problem, but there are some barriers and there's a lot of problems that we actually can't solve by talking just online. And all our members are really missing out on being together and working together in person. And so I think I'm missing out on that a lot.
This is probably a bit personal, but I've heard that people just staying at home, constantly, and having mental health issues and so on. How are you guys coping with it?
Since a lot of my friends live in the States, there's a huge time difference, and there's just a lot of time that I'm not really saying anything, and the days does feel like repetitive. I think my biggest hump was my third day, because I knew that I had 11 more days to come, but it was still so tiring. I was jet lagged and I couldn't talk to anyone. I was alone all the time. So that was really rough. And I really miss my friends and families who are not Korean, but that are stuck in the States and can't come. So it's been a little rough, honestly.
I've been having a hard time sleeping and also getting up, which really destroys your daily schedule. But since I have to report every day through the app around 10 a.m. in the morning, and if I just sleep through it, and the local government staff would call me, and so I'd say, yeah, I was actually sleeping. And so that would be more probably one of the only human interactions I'd have over the phone. And so I try to make a lot of video calls with other people as much as possible to prevent me from just having my, depressed personal time alone. And being able to actually ask others how they're doing has been quite helpful for me.
So do you guys have any other message you'd like to say to other people who are just staying at home?
Like, walk around a little, even if it's in your home, like, walk around your house, maybe do a little bit of stretching, do a little bit of yoga, like keep yourself sane by keeping yourself busy, we can do this.
Everyone's in the same situation right now. And I think encouraging others really helps your mental health as well. And so just catching up with a lot of people really, really helps them as well. I'd recommend everyone learning new skills, a language, or your muscles, or your cooking skills. And I recommend, being proactive and learning opportunities, even at home.
So thank you guys for sharing your perspective today. Really appreciate it. And, good luck with the rest of your quarantine.
Thanks, Gabe.
See you guys. Bye.
Bye.